This is another edition of Moment for Mission, and I'm Foy Strang. I'm glad you're joining me today. Today on Moment for Mission, I want us to consider why and how we might incorporate others in our mission. When we actively engage others with the things that excite us, then the results can be pretty amazing. But first, it's time for another Fred Foy fact. I enjoy creating delicious food in my outdoor kitchen. Now, it doesn't matter the season or the location. You'll find me cooking outside. I'm an amateur pitmaster, and I might just barbecue the best pork ribs you'll ever eat. Write me a comment, send me an email, or leave me a voicemail, and I'll share a recipe with you. You can contact me through the comments section, or my email is fredfoystrang@momentformission.com, and my voice message line is 772-882-7200. Just days before his death, Professor A.J Conyers turned in the manuscript for The Listening Heart, Vocation, and the Crisis of Modern Culture. It's a good read. I recommend it. In his work, Conyers argues that a culture built upon the ideology of individual choice will be a culture of alienation, loneliness, and violence. He shows that in past history, people understood life as their vocation or vocare in response to a call, a voice outside of themselves. If you want to hear more or have a review on this topic, then go back and listen to episode 7, Mission, Vision, Vocare. However, Conyers shows that the sense of vocare began to fade and was replaced by demands for choice and the assertion of unfettered human will. In such a context, he saw little benefit. He writes, when members of a community understand life as a response to a large and generous world created by a great and merciful Providence, then will possibilities of life together become more fully realized. But with this spirit of vocation, this conviction that we are not after all our own, but belong to another, the world opens up, becomes a place for others, and is illuminated by a spreading and abiding hope. It is my conviction that we are not meant to journey alone in this life, but rather to be engaged and involved in significant relationships with other human beings. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing to like privacy or to be a more solitary type of a person. Being an extrovert or an introvert are simply unique personality traits. For a very private person, a few deep connections fill the need for community. But for a gregarious personality, there's probably no limit to connections and contacts. Everyone is different, with differing ideas, differing ideals, differing needs, differing desires. My assertion is that being all alone all the time is not the best and certainly curtails the impact of your mission. In some aspects, we're all connected and we all need each other. So the relationships that we cultivate with folks over a lifetime are the very ones that can also be involved in our mission. And remember, our mission can be simple. For instance, if a person has the goal, the vision, the mission of keeping a healthy home environment for their family, then everyone can be involved in that mission. It becomes important for each family member. Having clean clothes and a clean house, eating tasty meals on clean plates, picking up, creating a restful and refreshing repose for family and friends alike, these are important parts of achieving the mission of having a healthy home, and others can be significantly involved in achieving this goal. My wife Cecily and I have served for a number of years as missionaries with the Presbyterian Church in Africa among the Maasai people. There are many challenging aspects of this service, but it's also very rewarding and such a privilege to have the opportunity to be deeply involved in the lives of people of a rich culture and tradition. One of my biggest challenges has been fundraising. Now, raising money to help get water to a village is not such a difficult thing for me. But raising our complete personal financial support, now that's challenging. We have to raise every penny that we spend, whether it's for that hand water pump we install in a village or for our groceries and our gas. So how do we do it? Well, I think it really goes back to a topic we discussed before. You must be passionate about your mission. In other words, you really have to believe in what you want to accomplish. It has to be particularly important to you and of some value, whether to you personally or to a broader group. Fundraising is not an easy job. It's much more difficult, likely almost impossible, if you're trying to raise funds without being completely committed to that for which you're stumping. We believe in what we're doing and why we're doing it, and we share that passion with others. Likewise, if we need people to become involved in our mission with their time and their talents, then we have to be compelling in the case that we communicate so that they see our conviction and we win their ear. Remember, I said previously, if you believe in your mission, then you can communicate your mission. To involve others, we must communicate our mission at every chance we get. During the 19th century, many people from Europe and North America went to non-modern lands to bring education, health care, and spiritual hope. John Getty, born in Scotland, moved to Nova Scotia to serve there as a pastor. Getty had a burning desire to go and care for the underserved in the South Seas. Yet those in his area were reluctant, as they themselves were receiving missionary aid, and doubted because of Getty's small stature, his soft voice, and his gentle spirit. Getty had his chance, though, to address an assembly of Presbyterians, and effectively communicated his mission and involved that entire body in such a way that he was approved, fully funded, and set out. Getty said this to those naysayers who doubted his personal ability, his mission, and his convictions. The glory of God calls us to do this. The words of Christ command us to do it. The sorry lot of the people there compel us, and the spiritual deadness of our own churches here demand it. After his death, a tablet was placed behind the pulpit of the church in Vanuatu, where this beloved missionary had preached. It reads, "In memory of John Getty, D.D., born in Scotland, 1815, minister in Prince Edward Island, 7 years, missionary sent from Nova Scotia to Aneidium for 24 years. When he landed in 1848, there were no Christians here, and when he left in 1872, there were no heathen." John Getty involved an entire denomination and country in this mission, and the accomplishments were astounding. Not neglecting the role of divine intervention, the key turning point in Getty's mission was that speech that compelled and involved others, thus receiving their blessing and lifelong support. We truly are really connected. In 1 Corinthians chapter 12, the Apostle Paul likens the Christian community to a body and concludes, "If one member suffers, all suffer together. If one rejoices, all rejoice together." Now, the Maasai people with whom we work are a strong, resilient, and fiercely independent people group. However, understanding the dangerous and difficult realities of their living environment, they value community and cooperation. They affirm that you simply cannot do everything all the time all by yourself. And they have a proverb to remind them of their interdependence. The meat from your cow is not enough. We need others too, in order for our mission to have broader impact. And sometimes in order for it to be able to be achieved at all, we must involve other people. Here are a few points to consider today. Present our mission with passion. Invite others to join us in the journey. Involve people as genuine partners in the mission. Console one another when setbacks come. Celebrate together successes along the way. Don't ever worry about who gets the credit. Mahatma Gandhi said this, "A small body of determined spirits fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission can alter the course of human history." No matter if it's folding the laundry at home, digging a well for a parched African village, developing a new product or business or ministry or outreach, it is better and has a better chance of succeeding when we incorporate others in our mission. Ask yourself, how can I involve someone in my moment for mission today? This is Dr. Foy Strang. Thanks for joining me, and have a great day.